Love your jacket. The sparkles are amazing.
Then you will know that I have a rare genetic condition called microdeletion.
So you just seen Paris Hilton and Gypsy Rose, and it's obvious they are speaking in this baby voice. And at first it might seem like someone just being playful or even trying to get attention.
It's true.
The thing is, it's not random. There's actually a reason why people do it. And it's more interesting than you think.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Tilly. Jennifer Tilly.
I'm your host, Jennifer.
And I'll tell you a dark reason why some people have this baby voice.
Some kids, when they have cute voices, they get a lot more attention. So while puberty will force a boy's voice to change, a girl's will remain the same, mostly. This leads many to carry their cute baby voice into adulthood because, well, why change what works?
Paris and my mom both do that baby voice.
I started the baby voice. You know, when you want something, I'm going to ask you, but I'm not going to ask you because I know you're going to say no. She does it when she's shy.
Let's think of this in like a psychological aspect. They're using the baby voice so they can get their way. And the way that this works is that it triggers this nurturing or protective response in the person that they're asking something from. It activates this instinct in that person to want to be gentle or accommodating as they would with a young child. It might be used unconsciously or even consciously to manipulate. They're playing up their innocence or their helplessness to persuade someone to do something, or to even avoid accountability.
And it's problematic because when you have a baby voice and people perceive you to have that cutesy and baby sound, then you end up molding your personality to it. You try to be cute and funny and say things, but maybe that's not your personality at all. Maybe you're more serious. Maybe you're the super smart, savant. And you're going to have a hard time making people understand that you should be promoted over somebody else.
Yeah, this is my real voice. That was just a character I was playing. That for a long time people have misunderstood and underestimated me, but I can understand playing that character. Of course they were going to assume otherwise, but I'm not a dumb blonde. I'm just very good at pretending to be one.
So it's easy to assume that a woman with a baby voice is simply unintelligent, but that could be farther from the truth. The baby voice could just be a safe place for her to be. It keeps people in positions of authority feeling like they are still in charge. They don't feel threatened by her. The childlike voice can make a woman seem less authoritative or even experienced. In leadership roles, people may struggle to take her seriously or perceive her as not having confidence. Now, this next one's going to be kind of hard to hear. Sometimes a baby voice in adults, especially women, isn't just a personality trait. It can be a response to trauma, particularly sexual abuse. When abuse happens at a young age, some victims unconsciously stay frozen in that developmental stage that they're at. So speaking in a childlike tone can be a way to reclaim a sense of safety or control, or to avoid being seen as threatening. It's not attention seeking, it's a coping mechanism, their voice is stuck in time. The more that we know about this and can spread that information, people can learn to be more empathetic with others and not just think that they're playing this role of damsel in distress. So getting a little bit deeper into that, a child might learn that appearing small and cute and non-threatening will keep them safer. That high-pitched childlike voice is their survival tool. So then over time, this behavior gets locked in, all the way up until their adulthood. The voice doesn't always have to stay, but it will resurface a lot of times in their adulthood, especially times that they're under stress or in situations that they feel unsafe, even if the danger from their past trauma isn't there anymore. It's not manipulation on their part. It's often their subconscious mind clinging to a version of the self that once helped them avoid harm. So understanding this response requires empathy, not judgment. The baby voice in some cases though is a symptom of deep psychological wounds. It's literally a voice stuck at the age when everything changed for them because of trauma. So before I go, I do want to talk about the topic right now. Gypsy Rose, we all know, has been released from prison for the crimes that happened. But the point is, there is a lot of people that are saying her voice is so childlike and she's using it as a manipulation. Even her ex.
Gypsy turns on that voice when she's wanting something bad. that voice does come on. She lays it on thick, which.
But we have to remember that she did suffer a lot of trauma in her childhood. This is very common for people to have abuse in their childhood to carry this on into adulthood. And yes, there could be times that she may use it for manipulation, but that doesn't discount the fact that she definitely had lots of trauma in her childhood, and that just shaped how she is and who she is. So two things can be true at the same time. So just keep that in mind. I almost forgot to mention about Jennifer Tilly.
You're kind of cute. You're just like a little baby. Is the little baby ticklish? Stop!
And she's known for having that like iconic baby voice. Well, she has suffered extreme sexual, physical, emotional abuse during her childhood, and she really wasn't open about it until her sister, who was also an actress, Meg Tilly, she ended up writing a book called Gemma. Now this book is kind of what broke open the story about the Tilly sisters going through like horrific abuse in their childhood. The book is a fiction, but she said it is based on what they went through in their childhood. Jennifer finally came out and said, yeah, you know, we shared the same experience. I was just always worried about how it would be perceived. And the thing I like about Jennifer, though, is she said she did not want to have children because she was afraid that she would be like her mother. Even if you think you're going to change or not give your child the childhood that you had, it just might not work out that way, and she didn't want to risk it. She said sometimes she would do and say things that her mother did. It reminded her of her mom, and she knew that that would potentially recreate the same type of childhood. So like I admire that from her. Now at the same time, her sister did have kids, and she ended up leaving show business to live like a fairly normal life. It's just funny because like Jennifer is just known for her voice, and it's crazy because it's like her iconic Bride of Chucky, you know, persona, and like the darkness that's behind it is just, it's just really sad, to be honest. So just let me know what you think, and if maybe you think this is already like a commonly known thing.